Hi, this is Emma, and welcome to Esoteric Detective. Each day people take millions of pictures on cameras. But out of all the pictures ever taken, there are sometimes truly mysterious pictures that often defy belief. So stay tuned as Esoteric Detective counts down the top 5 most unexplained photographs ever taken. And make sure you stay until the end, because the last one will blow your mind. Number 5. The Solway Firth Spaceman. This photograph was taken in 1964 by fireman, photographer, and local historian, Jim Templeton, in a location called Burgh Marsh, overlooking the Solway Firth in Cumbria, England. In the background we can see a strange figure wearing a spacesuit, but at the time, Jim Templeton was alone with only his daughter, who is the young girl in the photo. He was behind the camera, and when taking the photo, he noticed nothing out of the ordinary. It was not until he had the photo developed that he noticed the large spaceman in the background. Extensive image analysis over the years has shown that the figure is really in the picture. It is there in the location that Jim Templeton captured. Once the photograph was published in a local newspaper, Jim Templeton found himself visited by government agents, who interviewed him in depth about the spaceman, with a great concern on their faces. An account of this interview can be found in now-released Ministry of Defense files. Government agents are not that likely to visit a man and interview him just because of a photo alone, hence they must have other data that had brought them to the location. Most likely they knew something that the public didn't. Whatever that is, we will likely never know. But the greatest mystery is who was the figure in the spacesuit. And why were they there? Number 4. Sir Victor Goddard's squadron photo. This group portrait was taken of Sir Victor Goddard's squadron, which served in World War I. At the top of the picture you can see a very strange face in the crowd. The face appears behind one of the officers and was later recognized by the surviving members of the squadron as an air mechanic named Freddie Jackson. But problem is, Freddie Jackson was accidentally killed just 2 days before the picture was taken. All of which is documented. His funeral had taken place the very morning that the photograph was taken. To this day, this is one of the most mysterious photos ever taken, given its detailed history and the fact that manipulating a military squadron photograph by a photographer would not only be highly unlikely, but of great offense. Number 3. The Geophone Rock photo. This photo may look like nothing more than a type of strange mist. But there is something hidden inside that only shows itself when the brightness and contrast is adjusted. It was taken by Apollo 17 near the Geophone Rock, during the last flight to the moon. And in the NASA archives it was listed as blank. But is it really blank? The answer is no. It is not blank. But what is in the photo only shows up when the contrast is adjusted. Now you can see a giant pyramid-like structure, made of giant straight lines, that we know do not appear naturally, at least on the moon. Or so we have been told. In fact, according to NASA, the moon is supposed to be a barren location with nothing on it. But not judging by this photograph, which has captured something extremely mysterious. Something that is most likely still there. Maybe this is the reason that we never went back to the moon, or at least publicly. Maybe there is something there, so scary, at least to the public, NASA just does not want to let anyone know about it. Number 2. The secret Dyatlov Pass incident photo. In the late 1950s, 9 hikers died in very mysterious circumstances in the northern Ural Mountains. A place that gives new meaning to desolate. It is truly, in the middle of nowhere, and in this case, nowhere is everything for miles in every direction. The hikers were found with holes in their tents, as if they had cut them so they could see out. As if something was stalking them. Some of the hikers were found frozen up trees, without their clothing and shoes, as if they had to run fast from something. And their wounds resembled nothing that had been seen to be caused by an own wild animal. But that is not the most mysterious part. The most mysterious part came years later when this photo was found on their camera. It appears to show a giant figure hiding behind a tree. A massive, powerful figure. Many other photos on the camera seem to be of the trees, as if the hikers were taking random photos of the trees, or so it was thought. But now we know, no doubt, they were trying to capture this giant shape. A clue as to what killed the hikers was found on a piece of paper on one of the hikers, a simple note that read, "Now we know the snowman exists." Soviet authorities determined at the time, after a lengthy investigation, that the deaths of the hikers were caused by, and I quote, "an unknown compelling force." To this day, it is still unknown what the creature is in the photograph, but many say it is the first documented account, or at least the most credible, of a true Bigfoot or Yeti. Number 1. The figure walking on the moon. This strange photo was found in 2014. It appears to show something or someone walking on the moon. It can be found on Google Moon, the location of which will be placed in the description. The incredible image shows a shape that is a clear bipedal shadow. It seems to be going somewhere. But where, no one will know. Since it was found, it has caused an internet firestorm, and has been viewed millions of times. But no one has any explanation as to what it is. Is it a trick of light, or a structure that looks like a person, but isn't? Or is this proof something alive is on the moon, that we don't know about? Either way, this is one of the most mysterious photos ever taken. A true anomaly. A photo that might one day reveal itself if we ever go back to the moon. What do you guys think? Which photograph do you think is the most mysterious? Stay tuned and subscribe to Esoteric Detective to keep up to date with the strange and unusual. And please give a thumbs up if you liked the video. And do let me know what you think in the comments section. Until next time.